What's shaking bacons? Today we're talking about something that grew out of a conversation I had with a woman who's about my age last year. I can't talk today. I was having this conversation with this young woman, and she was in a great place in her life. She had just gotten married. She was really, really happy. Her marriage was really going well, and she just felt like she was in this great time of her life. And she expressed to me that a lot of her friends were going through really, really hard times in their life at that particular moment, that particular time, and that she felt like when she was sharing with her friends or when they were sharing about life, that she had to water down the goodness and the happiness that was going on in her life in order to not make her friends feel bad or not make her friends feel bad about where they were. This is very legitimate. And I told her this is really legitimate because when you are going through a great time in your life and your friends are not, you don't want to be like, oh, sorry, your life is so hard, but my life right now is awesome. No, nobody wants to feel like that. Nobody wants to, present themselves in that way. But the solution to this thing that happens among any friend group, right? There's some of us that are going through good times. There's some of us who are going through bad times, is what I'm going to be calling owning your season. In Ecclesiastes in scripture, it says, to everything there is a season. And that's the reality of our lives. Some seasons of your life are going to be awesome. Everything is going to seem like it's going your way, and that might last a week and that might last a year. Some seasons of your life are going to be like, meh, nothing good, nothing bad, just kind of going along. Some seasons are going to seem like everything's falling apart. Like nothing goes right for me. Everything goes right for everybody else. Nothing goes right for me, and everything's just, the sky is falling. There's all different kinds of seasons that we experience in our lives. If you've read Go Bravely, you know that freshman year of college was a really, really hard season of my life. It was extremely painful. It was extremely difficult and challenging. And that was just a really, really hard season. And you follow me now. And now is a beautiful season of my life. I have my new baby. Daniel's in my marriage is wonderful. And I'm just, enjoying life and this season of abundance and season of joy and season of goodness. Oh, someone messaged me. I think we get into this vulnerability trap with social media that we have to be transparent and be real about our lives. And so many people say everything is so hard. I'm such a hot mess. And it's trendy to be oh, my life is such a mess and I'm such a hot mess, when the reality is that sometimes there's season in our lives where you're not a hot mess and not everything is a disaster. Some of you are I don't know what season that is. And it's okay to own that time to say, my life is really, really good right now. And it is okay to own those really hard times and say, my life is really, really hard right now. And as friends, it's a beautiful thing when we can approach one another in honesty and transparency and vulnerability, to not water down things, to water down either how good or how bad it is or how meh it is, to be able to say to our friends in truth and in love and in a genuine way, my life is going really, really great right now. Maybe you say, you're in your first year of marriage, you say, I love being married and my husband's a really great man and we're enjoying this time together. It's perfectly okay to say, I got my new job. I love my new job. I moved into a new house, or I bought a house, or whatever it is, to say it's really good and I'm really happy and I feel really joyful. It is also and should be okay to share with your friends when your life isn't going so great and when things are going horribly, to allow your friends to be there for you and to support you in that. And if we think, me included, when our friends are going through really, really great seasons, when we feel jealousy or we're not genuinely happy for our friend with what she's receiving or what, gifts God is giving her in her life, I need to look back at my own heart to say, what's going on in my own heart? Why am I not able to be happy for my friend in this good season in her life? Why am I experiencing this jealousy? And get to the root of that and deal with that in my own heart and in my own life, rather than, which we can do sometimes, projecting that onto her, right? And being sour, when she shares good news with us, being sour about everything, right? Your friend gets engaged and you're like, yeah, congratulations. When we really should look in our heart and say, yes, maybe that's something that I want. And maybe it's really, really hard for me that my friend just got engaged. and I haven't seen a potential date in the last 5 years, I'm going to really honestly try in this moment to be genuinely happy for her, to say, this is the season that she's in. And I want to rejoice and celebrate that this is the season that my good friend is in. If I feel like everything good is happening for every other woman and nothing good happens to me, to recognize that I can celebrate the good things that are going on in other women's lives and celebrate, look at the goodness of God in my own life and recognize that this season of struggle that I might be in isn't going to last forever, right? It might last another week. It might last another year. It honestly can last another 5 years. Seasons sometimes last a very, very long time, and difficult seasons can really last a really, really long time. That's just the reality of our lives. But to recognize that I want to be able to share with my friends, and I want my friends to be able to share openly and honestly with me. That's real friendship, is supporting one another in the seasons of ups and the seasons of downs, is supporting one another and loving one another and celebrating with one another and crying with one another and bringing each other ice cream when it's just really not going good. That's the beauty of friendship, is to be there for one another in the good times and in bad. Not like in a marriage, but you know what I'm saying. So that is my message to you. #it. Own your season. To say, look, this is a season that I'm living in right now, and I'm gonna own it. And I might not like it, or I might really like it. I don't know what season you're in right now. And I'm not going to fight against it. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to embrace what I can learn in this season. And I'm going to share genuinely about the season that I'm in with my friends. I'm owning my season. It's a really, really, really good and beautiful season right now. I've had some really, really bad seasons in my life. Like the time where I was waiting tables every single day with demanding customers and just thinking, when will I ever get out of this season? I didn't embrace that season. I fought against it. I should talk about that sometime. That wasn't my best season. Whatever season I am encouraging you to own in this moment, keep your heart up. Know that it doesn't last forever. I know the good times don't last forever, but I don't spend the good times anticipating the bad times. I think that's a silly way to live. Know that God is on your side and is present to you in every moment of every season of your life. That's all for today. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.